Good morning, students. So today, this is the solution to your Unit 2 exam review on Unit 2 transformation. There was a mistake here. Okay. Let's go. So in question 1, it says that the coordinates of A prime, where A is negative 3 and 4 after rotation 90-degree counterclockwise. So what's the rule? Go back to your rule. Counterclockwise says once it's transformed 90-degree counterclockwise, xy becomes negative y and x. So here is your x is negative 3. So this will be negative 3 and y is 4. So once negative 4 y, so it becomes negative 4. So negative 4, negative 3. So that should be number 2. And then once if point 52 is rotated 180 degree about the origin, it image. So after transformation, what will happen? So once it's 80 degree, 180 degree, it doesn't matter clockwise or counterclockwise. So your xy becomes they remain same, but negative x, negative y. So we have a 5 that's going to be negative 5 and 2 that's going to be negative 2. So negative 5, negative 2. Look for the option negative 5, negative 2. So that's number 4. And then if point 12 rotated clockwise. So remember about again the clockwise are with the negative sign. They might be written in this way, and counterclockwise are with positive sign. Don't forget that. However, I'm using here this way. So 90-degree clockwise. So if it is 90-degree clockwise, what happens? Your xy transformed to y and negative x. So we have a 1 and negative 2. So y, this becomes negative 2, switches or flips, and x becomes negative x. So our x is 1, with that a negative multiply, negative 2 and negative 1. Negative 2 and negative y. So we say negative 1. So negative 2 and negative y. So number 4 is the answer for number 3. So most of the problem will be like this. And then in number 4, it says point A is located at 3, negative 5. It's the same thing. Just saying location of that is x and is 3, negative 1. The point is reflected through x-axis. So it's a reflection. So go back to your rule in reflection x-axis. What happens? Through x-axis, xy becomes x and negative y. So what will happen? Our x is 3. That 3 will remain as 3. And y is negative 5. So if it is negative 5 is multiplied with negative 5, that becomes a positive 5. So we'll look for 3 and 5 if there is any choice. So that's 3 and 5. This 3, okay? Remember to know about these rules. Otherwise, you'll be lost. And then once we look at number 5, it says point A is located at 4 and negative 7. The point is reflected in the y-axis. So go back to your rule. Y-axis tells us reflection through y-axis, xy transforms to negative x and y. So if it is 4, that should be negative multiplied. So negative 4, y as it is negative 7, so it should be negative 7. So we should go for this one. We should tell negative 4, negative 7. Negative 4, negative 7 is here, number 2. All right. And then in number 6, point A located negative 2 and 8 reflected through y equals x. So once it is through the line y equals x, what happens? Y equals x, they flip. So xy becomes your yx. So our x is negative 2, so that will be here. And y is 8, that will be here. So 8, negative 2. So we look for 8, negative 2. So number 3. Once you go back to number 7, it says what is the image of the point. Again, image means after transformation. Pre-image is this one. So negative 6 and 5 under the translation. So translation, this x and y. So they are translated with x plus h and y plus k. Okay. So now our x is negative 6, our h is positive 3. So what it becomes? Negative 3. Okay. So except for negative 3, this is the only one seems to be the answer because only that place has got that value. However, y is 5. So with this 5, there's a negative 4. So that gives us 1. So it's negative 3 and 1. Negative 3 and 1. That's the after transformation. So number 2 is the answer. That's translation. All right. And now this one is about dilation in A prime B prime C is image of ABC. So this is about a triangle. Okay. So after a dilation of 3, which statement is true? AB and AB prime, BC, BC prime. So what will happen? What do you know? That if it is a side or any point, after the dilation of 3, that means we multiply by 3. If it is x and y, that becomes kx and ky. So once it's in terms of the sides, that means if it is AB, A prime, B prime should be 3 times of that. So it's not. And if it is BC, then B prime, C prime should be 3 times of BC. So it's not. Now the question is, there is angle. If you remember in dilation, they change the shape, but figure remains similar. So angles remains as it is. So it should be 3. Okay. If you look at the dilation figures from our packet, you'll see that if it is 3 times, if it is like this, the sides will become 3 times larger maybe, but these angles will remain same. So it's 3. All right. So multiple choice questions will be something like that. Okay. I tell you, practice them well, you will be fine. Okay. And now, let's look at these. Okay. This is something a little challenging. It's a composite transformation. It says in the figure below, under which transformation is A prime, B prime, C prime, the image of ABC. So from ABC, this becomes A prime, B prime, and C prime. Okay. So we can easily see that this A goes to A prime. So it looks like the distance between these two is almost the same. Diagram congruent, A to C are drawn. Okay. In this diagram, which transformation is A prime, B prime, C prime, image of A, B, C? I think this question has got some problem. Okay. I probably made some mistake in making this. This should not be this. This should be A, B, C, D, E, F. That transforms to A double prime from 1 to 3. Okay. So first, let's see what happens. We see that which sequence of the transformation maps figure 1. This is the question. Sorry, this is not the question. This is wrong question. Which sequence of transformation maps figure 1 onto figure 2 and then figure 2 onto figure 3. Okay. So first we find that there should be a uh, there should be some this one. Once this a becomes a prime, so first it transforms from this to this. Okay, so it looks like a translation first. From here this should go up, and then it should move this. Okay, and then this a rotated. Okay, so it's not a reflection, a rotation followed by a translation. If it is a rotation and then a no, a translation followed by a reflection. If it is a translation, this cannot be reflected like this. So obviously a translation followed by a rotation. So number 4 should be the choice for that. So I believe that's number 4. Yes. And then the graph below shows two congruent triangle ABC, A prime, B prime, C prime. This is transformed to this. Okay. So which rigid motion? You know, the rigid motion is a motion once there is a movement take place, the figure doesn't change in shape or size. Is a rigid. All transformations are rigid motion except for the dilation. So what can happen over here? A rotation of 90 degree. So let's say if it is this AB and there is AB, I don't think this is a rotation. So this is a single transformation, all right? So it's not a rotation, it's a translation. A translation cannot make this size like this because translation should move x up, down, or right, or left, okay? So I don't think that it's a translation. And a rotation to 180 degree about the origin. So 180 degree should make B, wherever it is, B to A and A to B. It's not that, okay? So these all options are gone. It's a reflection over y equals x. It gives me more sense. Y equals x line is something like that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So that's the reflection. Okay. So I believe this is what is that. Okay. So I would like to repeat the answers again. So for number 1, it should be 2. Number 2, it should be 4. Number 3, it should be 4. Number 4, it should be 3. Number 5, it should be 2. And number 6, it should be 3. Number 7, it should be 2. Number 8, it should be 3. And then number 9, it should be 4. And number 10, it should be 4. Okay. So there is no, I didn't furnish any student response questions. There will be no student response questions from that. You just might have to describe the one that I have given you in the last lecture, that describe a transformation. That's it. Okay. Hope it helps. Thank you very much.